Lords of Gaming, lol, 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 lol.
Don't be ridiculous, you're being paranoid.
Where's your Russian friend now, huh?
So you're the guy who got jumped for a couple of minutes.
Wake up! Are you working for?
I supposed to die, man, not like this!
We must fight these people. It's them or us, cousin.
What are you still doing here? Get out of my sight, or I'm kidding! Let him know, might is right.
I told you to be calm, you halted the jump!
Welcome to America. Stop shooting people, you maniac!
Leave my people alone!
I ain't asking you, I'm telling you, do this!
So you in, big guy? Or we're gonna have to kill you.
Well, since you put it that way, I'm in.
Hi, my name is Spidey,
And this is Jigsaw.
and welcome to the dual review show Lords of Gaming, or better known as L.O.G. And today we will be reviewing Grand Theft Auto 4 for the Xbox 360, PC, and PlayStation 3. So, Jigsaw, first impressions, sir. What's your overview of this game?
You know, I wasn't a huge Grand Theft Auto fan. Like, I didn't really care. Like, I know there's gonna be a bunch of people like, oh my god, he didn't like Carnage. No,
What?
it's not that. It's
You
just,
must hang.
know-
You must hang. You don't like it. No, that's it. It's over. I'm firing you as this co-host. This is over. You didn't like GTA. No, it's over, man. It's over. Game over, man.
You know, my friends told me it's like a game. Like, I'm like, is it a game I'm seriously gonna get into? Like, no, it's just like, it's actually become a relaxing game. It's a game you kind of just go on if you don't want to play competitively, and you just kind of like chill with your friends and everything. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like unwinding after a day, it's a game you pop in and just fuck around with your friends and just have good laughs. But the game is set in Liberty City, or as Rockstar put it, Liberty City, but it's actually New York City for any person that's actually intelligent out there. But, you know, it's a nice choice because I'm finally glad they got out of the West Coast, and I'm glad we finally went to New York City because there's a lot of cool building structures there that they redid and everything. But, you know, they did the old Grand Theft Auto gameplay mixed with some new stuff. So what did you think of their gameplay? I thought it was okay. I liked it.
Yeah, I generally enjoyed it. There's a learning curve to it, but it isn't that bad. I mean, I've seen other games where the learning curve is just huge or ridiculous or just completely broken, so it's not even present here. But here it's, you know, it has a little mixture of old and new. Its new physics engine is what causes a little bit of frustration to old fans of the series. It takes a little bit to learn. It takes a little time to also learn how to drive. I had a frustrating time at first, but now I'm the best driver in the game. Well, among my friends, sir. So, but after some time, you should be able to maneuver without ease, and it's really interesting the way the physics engine works here because it's just so realistic and so fluid. I mean, you could push people or like bump into them, and their coffee will like literally drop to the floor, or you could literally trip, or just like these little things, or where you're crossing the street, you actually have to go down the curb, and all these little things tie up together to make, you know, a much more better experience. And it's all the more fun because if you have such detail in all these minor things that really don't amount to anything alone, then you can imagine the chaos that's going on when you're doing big things. I mean, when you get shot by a rocket launcher, you go flying, sir.
You also have a sick, sadistic self where you decide to shoot people in the leg and watch them crawl away and slowly bleed out to your terrible demise.
People. I don't know if what you think or your actions that you do when you're not in reality are a reflection of yourself. But I'm a serial killer. I'm a serial killer in Grand Theft Auto, and a very slow, methodical, sick, twisted one too. I get a gun, and I walk towards people. I don't need to wait. I don't need to know who I'm targeting. Just find the nearest person, and I shoot them once. I don't shoot them in the vital either. I shoot them in the leg or in the arm, and I watch them fall. And then I actually will hit them and watch them crawl. And once they actually get to start running, I'll shoot them in the other leg just to watch them crawl away. And then I'll keep pushing them, and I don't spray them. I don't shoot them with a shotgun. I take out the Uzi and one bullet until like they crawl and finally die. And I do this over and over and over and over again. So yeah, apparently I'm a serial killer in Grand Theft Auto. But anyway,
on the street with a shotgun. Christ.
the shotgun is too fast, sir. I like taking my time. I mean, I steal a helicopter, destroy it to get on top of a roof just so I can sniper pick people on the road. And no reason either. I got no reason for doing it. I just do it. So, aside from that, its physics engine and gameplay is pretty tight and intuitive. It's very easy after you know, get the ropes of it. Graphics, I would say it's stunning, sir. Do you agree?
Oh, of course. It's very well lit. The graphics are very realistic. The cutscenes are like movie style. I mean, they're not as good as some graphics I've seen in games like Gears of War or.
Of course, I mean, it's not high end, but I mean,
it's incredible what you can do nowadays.
Exactly, and that's just like I think what he means. Like what you mean is character models. Why they are impressive, they aren't going to be the best that you'll see on the 360 or the PlayStation 3 or PC. But for a Grand Theft Auto game, they are still impressive nonetheless. And the city itself is even more impressive because that's where the focus is really at. Not the character models, more so as the city models, which is just something to behold if you look. I mean, I really want them to revisit San Andreas so I could see it on a 360 or PlayStation 3 or just next generation because it'll just look wild. Aside from that, the game story tells of a man's tale, Niko Bellic, who comes to America in search for revenge, and your actions dictate what happens in his life and to his story of revenge. And you know, it's but it's not as complex as others in the past. And it could be a little too simplistic, but otherwise than that, it pretty much is a very fair story. Good. Niko Bellic is a very likable character, and it's overall a robust and fine experience, sir. What do you have to say about the multiplayer?
You know, I was questionable when they said like multiplayer is coming to it, but there is a lot of fun games of multiplayer. I mean, there's free mode, which is just basically you and your buddies just fucking around.
Extreme amount of depth.
All that shit. But there's stuff like Hangman's Noose, which is like you have to protect the mob boss from cops and get up through a certain area. There's Bomb the Base, which is like you have to put like an explosive inside of like a boat and like trigger it and all that shit. But and you know, you have your basic Team Slayer and all that. But it's not just like in a little arena. It's set in the whole city. So you can, if you're going to be Team Deathmatch, all of your friends can just pile into vans and just go to the other side and hold them in the airport if you so desire. I mean, multiplayer, I mean, it's not on par with, obviously, games that were built for it, like Team Fortress 2, Call of Duties, and Halo, but it does bring a lot of fun moments into the game. And what would you say is your favorite GTA moment?
And I could pick anything?
Anything.
Well, my favorite GTA moment, first of all of them basically come from in the game. Fine, I'll choose one from the game itself and the multiplayer. You don't have to if you don't want to. In the game, it's when you rob the bank, because to me, I want a zombie game that'll work exactly like the carnage and chaos that ensued when you were robbing the bank and you had to outrun the cops. I absolutely loved that mission. It was intense, fun, and just balls to the walls. Aside from that, the majority of my favorite moments come from multiplayer. All the chaos. Like, you can really create these Michael Bay-like moments where there's just a street blows up, a helicopter's doing 3 flips over the bridge, fucking cars are
looking at you.
Exactly, cars are flying all over the place, people are dying, and all you see is a massive fireball, and through all this carnage you just see a wrecked car, maybe on 2 wheels, just driving through this, like, this massive mess. And that's just amazing. Like, one of my favorite moments is in the middle of this massive mess when I was playing with Jigsaw. He somehow went through his windshield and started flying. And since he was in a really fast sports car, I don't know how fast he was going, but he wasn't stopping. And ironically, what stopped him was a stop sign. And I couldn't stop laughing because that is poetic justice. What about you, sir?
Fuck you, first off.
Make it quick, sir. We only got 2 minutes.
I'd have to say my favorite moment was the chase we had a couple days ago where it was like 8-on-1, 6-on-1, just because we had these epic car chases and helicopter chases. But, you know, you can have those in the game. And to wrap it up, this game's amazing. If you don't already have it, go out and buy it. GTA gets a what, sir?
a 4.5 out of 5. And
Thank you.
that only knocks it because you know, sometimes it does stupid things. Like, for example, you can't really drive maniacally like you can in the previous Grand Theft Autos due to the physics engine, but there are many missions that require you to drive maniacally, but then the engine punishes you for driving, you know, maniacally. So it's just, come on, you can't have both, sir. And that's like little moments like that cause it to like not have a perfect score, but aside from that, it is a near perfect game, and the ability for you in multiplayer to create your own type of game is what makes it all the more fun.
And one more quick complaint if we have time.
Yes, we do.
The cops are set off too damn easily. I bumped a cop with my car and they pulled out pistols on me.
You know what's ironic? I once hit a cop head on and he did like 5 spins and I didn't even get a star. That's those are the messed up glitches that I'm talking about. But we gotta close this up, sir, so that was the final score. And I'm Spidey.
This is Jigsaw.
And we'll catch you next time.